Hey guys, this is Kyle again. Gonna get a potentially useful video up for you here today. I know most of you are using probably US accounts or maybe Australian accounts or European PSN accounts. So there are accounts all over the place. And what I want to show you today, and that you may or may not know, is that you can actually play demos from other accounts on your account. Yes, games themselves are blocked, however, demos usually do not implement the same security measures. So what I'm going to show you today is how to play Japanese PSN Vita demos on an American account. This will work on any other account, so we can go ahead and get you guys Japanese PlayStation Vita demos onto your account. So first, I'm going to go ahead and tell you all of the disclaimers because there are many disclaimers here. Let me go ahead and get these out of the way. The process will take about 10 or 15 minutes. That does not include the time it takes to obviously download the demos themselves. So essentially what we're going to be doing is flipping from my American account to my Japanese account, downloading the demos, and then flipping back. Okay? What that means is that we're going to have to restore factory settings on the Vita. What this does, number one, it deletes your near data. Now, this does not delete any near data that you've already imported into games themselves, so don't worry about that. Any near goodies that you've gotten that have downloaded into games already, those will obviously not be deleted. However, your near information will all be gone. It will all start from default, which is not really that big of a deal because near itself only keeps so many records in there before it starts erasing from the bottom. So basically it's just going to zero you out. Not a huge deal there. Next up, it will delete any icon on your PlayStation Vita home screen here for any game that saves to the game cart itself. So, for example, I have Ragnarok Odyssey. It saves to the game cart. It does not save to memory card. And after I format, the icon is gone. Not a huge deal because as soon as I insert that game card again, the icon will pop right up. So don't worry too much about that. I just figure I'd get all these disclaimers in here. Next up, factory resetting. It does not erase your memory card information or data, so do not worry about that. However, it does remove your wallpapers as well as your backgrounds. These are obviously still on your memory card, your pictures, so you can go ahead and reset those anytime. It just takes a minute or two, so don't worry too much about that, but you can see I'm at default backgrounds now. Okay. The other thing I want you to know that it does is that it removes all of your Wi-Fi saved information. So if you have a password that you saved in there that you've forgotten, you might not want to do this. But obviously most of you out there will know your passwords, so don't worry too much about it. That's all the disclaimers. So if you've restored if you've reset your PlayStation Vita before, you know basically what it'll do. But if you haven't, there you are. Again, it does not erase your memory card itself, so don't worry about losing any data on your memory card. However, things like near and trophies, actually. Quick, let me talk about trophies. Trophies, there are trophies if you go into the app here that save to your Vita system. And then you have to actually sync to get them onto the PlayStation Network. Okay, so that anything in the PS Vita system, you're going to want to make sure you sync your trophies before you do this. It will prompt you to do it if you haven't done so by the time you do it. So don't worry too much about this disclaimer. But just so you know, come in here, hit PlayStation Network, sync your trophies before you do this. Obviously, I don't have anything unsynced here. Okay, so that's the other thing. So it sounds like a lot of disclaimers, but honestly, this isn't that big of a deal. Obviously, nothing from your memory card is going to be deleted. That's the biggest thing. So your photos, your videos, your games, your demos, all of that stuff will still be good to go. Do not worry about that. And so like I just said as well, games that save to themselves, the icon itself disappears, but obviously that game data is still on the game cartridge itself. Nothing to worry about. We will be switching back to your original account in the end to actually play the demos, so you also do not need to worry about any of your save data, any of your trophy data itself being affected, because it won't be, so don't worry about that. Now that all of that is out of the way, the first step is to create a Japanese PlayStation Network account if you don't have one already. If you do, you're good to go for the next step. If you don't, check the link below. It will be the first link in the description on how to make a Japanese account. Go ahead and do that. It is quite simple, but you will need a Japanese account. Okay? Let's go ahead and jump right into it. I'll show you how to do it. Go to settings over here. We're going to go ahead and go into settings. Go to the very bottom. You see format here. Hit format and hit restore the PS Vita system. Hit restore in the corner. Close all applications in use. Do you want to continue? Yes. Basically warn you that everything will be restored to default values. Yes. Now this is the big one. Restoring complete. Do you want to format the memory card? No. No, you do not. Absolutely not. Do not erase your memory card. And your Vita will go ahead and restart here. So we'll go ahead and give the Vita a second while it boots up. And basically this boot up will be similar to the boot up the first time you bought the Vita. We have just restored the Vita. Again, nothing on the memory card itself has been deleted, so don't worry about that. So here we are. Slide that down there. Go ahead and get started. My Vita is obviously Japanese, but I'm going to switch it over to English. Your time is actually saved, so if you flip through that, your time should actually be good to go. It is 7:40 right now here in Japan. This talks about the mobile network. It will only do that if you have a 3G system, but you do not need to connect for the terms of use. This is only for your contract. You do not need to view that now. It does not affect whether or not you can use your 3G. It will still work perfectly, so hit do not connect. Now we have to set up our PSN account, obviously. So yes, I do have an account, and here we're going to be using our Japanese account. So hit use, of course, and right about here, yes, the Wi-Fi will pop up. This is my Wi-Fi here, so I'm going to hit it, and I'm going to go ahead and put in my password. Okay, put in my password, and it will connect. Finished connecting, and now this is where I need to put in my Japanese account information. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. There's my username. I'll go ahead and put in my password. Okay, it's all good. Hit next. And apparently I didn't put it in correctly, so let's jump back out. I'll do it one more time here. Alright, hopefully we got it right this time. So many passwords to remember. Alright, now this is just for me. I have a credit card linked to my Japanese account. You probably won't. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. It will show kind of my personal details here when I hit next. So I'm going to pull that out for just a second. You will not get a screen like this, so don't worry about it. Okay. It should go ahead and go on just like this. This message may or may not be displayed in Japanese. Don't worry about it. But you'll get this screen, completed initial setup. Go ahead and hit OK. Alright, now it'll go ahead and show the initial opening Vita video. Now, I had a friend tell me that you can actually skip this video by turning your Vita off right now, hard powering it off and turning it back on. I tried that once and made my Vita freeze, so I'm not going to do that anymore. So go ahead and re-enjoy this video if you want. Go ahead and let it scroll through this. Alright, winding down here. I wish they would have made this video skippable just by pressing start. But here we are. We are now on the Japanese account. You might get this updating database. Don't worry too much about that. Alright, so here we are. I'm now on my Japanese account. So, we're going to go ahead and pop into the PlayStation Store. Now, the PlayStation Store will all be in Japanese because this is a Japanese account. That's okay because I'm going to show you exactly how to get the demo, so don't worry too much about it. So this will go ahead and pop up. It should save the information that you already put in, so just hit OK. I've got friend requests, which is interesting because I thought my friend list was full. But I will check those out later. So here we are. The PlayStation Store in Japan looks like this. We're going to go ahead and go right here to PS Vita Contents. Hit that. And then we're going to hit Taikenban, the third option down here. Okay? Click into that. And this is, Taikenban means demo. So these are all the demos available on the Japanese PSN Store. Just so you know, most of these are playable on the American account. Some of them, however, are not. The ones that I've confirmed that do not work are Little Deviants, Star Strike Delta, Wipeout 2048, and Reality Fighters. Those will not work over on your American account. Good thing about that is I think all of those games have demos on the American account, so don't worry too much about it. Many of the other games here are going to be the games that you're going to be looking for. Possibly games like Ragnarok Odyssey, Gravity Days, Sumioni, Lord of Apocalypse, Virtue's Last Reward, Kamaitachi no Yoru. These are games that have demos here on the Japanese PlayStation Network that will work on your American account. So what we're going to go ahead and do is look for the demos that we want. We'll go ahead and name these off for you. This is Uncharted, AR Combat DigiQ. I have not tested this one, however, I have a feeling it will not work on the American account. Katamari Damacy, Virtue's Last Reward, Gravity Days, Little Deviants, which again does not work. Shinobido 2, Kamaitachi no Yoru, Dynasty Warriors Next, Star Strike Delta, again that doesn't work. Sumioni, Dark Quest Alliance, Tales of Innocence, Power Smash Tennis 4, FIFA Unit 13, Ragnarok Odyssey, Reality Fighters, again that doesn't work. Ridge Racer, the movie, it's shit, don't worry about it. Lord of Apocalypse, and Wipeout, which again doesn't work. So again, the ones that you might want to go for, Lord of Apocalypse, Ragnarok, very nice. If you can read a little bit of Japanese or you're interested in the games, Kamaitachi no Yoru, and Virtue's Last Reward, which is actually coming out later this year in English, very cool. And anything else you're interested in, I'm not sure exactly what's on the American PlayStation Store now. I'm pretty sure you don't have a Gravity Days demo, so you can go ahead and get that. Okay, so obviously to get the demos, go ahead and go in there. And this works just like the American Store. You're going to hit, this will actually not say download on yours, it'll say something different, but you hit the big orange button because I've already purchased it. You hit that and it'll pop up just like this. Basically preparing, hang on a sec. And it'll do that. It'll pop it over to the corner and then this will come up because obviously I just reset. And then usually it comes up with one more screen. I think it didn't just because I've already downloaded this, but it'll say, do you want to register this as an activity? No over here, yes over here. Obviously it doesn't matter what you press. If you're never going to use your Japanese account, it doesn't matter if you register it as an activity. But if you want to, go ahead and hit yes. If you don't want to, hit no. Again, these are all free demos, so don't worry about that. Get all the demos you want, okay? And obviously, just like in the American account, they'll go ahead and download up here in the corner. Now, I've already got the Gravity Days demo, so I'm going to go ahead and cancel this. Alright, so now let's pretend that I've downloaded all the demos I want. I got Lord of Apocalypse, I got Sumioni, I got Ragnarok Odyssey, Gravity Days, Virtue's Last Reward, Kamaitachi no Yoru, Power Smash Tennis 4, whatever I wanted that I couldn't get on my other account. I've got them all. Obviously, I can go play them now on my Japanese account. But do you want to spend time on your Japanese account? No, you want to be back on your American account or your European account or your Australian account where you can talk with your friends, see your friend list, blah, 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 play your original games, play your PSP games, whatever you want. So we don't want to spend any more time on this account. We want to flip back over. So what are we going to do? Well, obviously, we're just going to restore our system again. So let's go back into Settings. And we're going to go to the bottom, Format. And again, you do this after you have got all of the demos downloaded and installed that you wanted to download and install. Again, just like in the English account, they'll automatically install once they're downloaded. We're going to restore the PS Vita system. Hit Restore. This pops up. Your system is activated to your SEN account. If you restore it, you'll not be able to deactivate it later. You can actually do it online. Don't bother. You don't need to actually deactivate your system. It's not really a big deal. So close all applications, yes. Restore the default values, yes. Do you want to reformat? No! Of course we do not. We do not want to reformat, okay? So our system will go ahead and reset. And I'm at about the 15-minute mark now. I did give about a 4-minute explanation at the beginning, so maybe about 10 minutes to flip back and forth both ways, plus obviously time to download whatever you downloaded. So it doesn't take very long. So this might look familiar. We just did it. And again, we're at the intro screen. I'm going to flip it to English. Yours will probably default on English. Time should be good to go. It's now 7:51. And again, the mobile network thing. Again, if you're on a 3G Vita, don't worry. You do not need to go in and view your contract. Your thing should be good to go. Use of the PlayStation Network. Duh. Yes, I have an account. Obviously, this time we are going to use back to our US account or our, whatever account that you were using originally. So my Wi-Fi pops up. I'm going to go ahead and put in my password for this again. Okay, we'll connect. Alright, now I'm going to put in my American account. Alright, put in my password for that. And hit next. Alright, good to go. And again, at that part, you might get a pop-up about your credit card. It will just ask you to confirm your credit card. If you don't confirm your credit card, it'll just delete it from your account and you have to re-input it next time. Okay? So again, we have to sit through the funky video here at the beginning. So give yourself about 30 seconds here. Yes, I am playing on my computer while I'm waiting. All right. So now we're back on our original account, which is obviously where we want to be. Great, here we are. Now the cool thing, the whole reason we did this, we got those Japanese demos and we want to play them here on our American account. Do they work? Of course they work. Here's the Lord of Apocalypse demo I was telling you about. Go ahead and launch into it. And there we are. We are in the Lord of Apocalypse demo. It works just fine. It's not going to block you out. Again, most of these demos do not have the same protection that games themselves have, so they can be played on cross accounts. Games that I know that work. I did already give you the games I know that don't work. Games that I know with demos that work. Dynasty Warriors Next, Shinobito 2, Kamaitachi no Yoru, Power Smash Tennis 4, Virtue's Last Reward, Uncharted, Gravity Days, Ragnarok Odyssey, Sumioni, Katamari Damacy, Lord of Apocalypse, FIFA, and Unit 13. Now again, I know you're saying, well, most of those already have demos on my account or on my network. Yeah, but in some countries they don't have them at all, and there are, again, are many games on here that I know are only on the Japanese store. So that's the whole point of this. Anyway, so you can go ahead and boot into that game there and check that out. That is how you get Japanese demos onto your American account, British account, Australian account, whatever account you're using, and get them to work perfectly. Now again, Since I reset my settings, I'm going to want to go ahead and fix everything, turn Bluetooth off, reset my wallpapers, and get my icons laid out like I want them, and go into Near and get that going again. That's it. That's all it takes, and we are finished. We now have those cool demos on my account. I can check out Ragnarok Odyssey. I can check out Sumioni, which will actually be out in the States soon, but I can check out Lord of Apocalypse. I can check out, of course, Gravity Days, Kamai Tachi no Yoru, Virtue's Last Reward. Some very cool games that I know don't have demos out where you live, so check that out. If you have, some extra time someday, maybe this weekend, check that out. Get those demos going on your system. Very fun to play. Alright guys, well thanks a lot. I'll get a new video coming up soon. Hope you enjoyed this one, and we'll see you later.